Hello guys and welcome to episode 76 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign with the Iceni tribe. Today, well, we have a few battles to do, starting with the Hunters of Cassidius, and these guys are going to go and help take out the First Men once and for all. Then it looks like we're going to be assisting the Spearmen of the Odorisian Kingdom take back Anthea from the Bithynians, but we'll have to see how they get on because it's likely that they'll attack that settlement before I do. But before we go in and attack the First Men, let's upgrade his skill so we can make him a warrior, and we shall give him a household as well. And let's just have a quick look at the unit composition. I think a good skill or a good household to give this guy would be the +10 melee attack skill. I think that's actually quite a nice one to have. Anyway, let's go ahead and move him to go and attack the First Men. So they're going to retreat around the Odorisians, and that's brought them out of range of my men. Okay, so that's no problem. I'm sure the Odorisians would like to take care of them in the next turn. So let's just have a quick look at my agents, and then we can catch back up to the armies. I think all of them are going to have to stay exactly where they are. Hurrah. Well, we can upgrade this to a Grove of Resmerta and upgrade to a Barbarian Village. We're not going to take any more settlements in this province. As soon as it's happy, we can move the navy out and go and harass somewhere else. Maybe at Ephesus. We'll have to wait and see. Then we've got the consuls of Morrigan in Jerusalem, waiting probably for the rebellion next turn. Abraucus's vanquishers are waiting in Trapezos. Let's upgrade the sacred enclosure to a Grove of Tutatis. Let's see if we can move the army out. Nope, looks like we're going to have to stay there another turn. The Swords of Power. Okay, in Phasis. We can upgrade these groves to shrines. That will help out a lot. But actually, we have the Noble Stags to move this turn. So let's actually do that. And we will attack Misketa this turn and hopefully destroy the army, the Scions of Sinope. So this should be pretty easy, pretty simple battle. We have the ballistas we need, and we have ladders of course. And the enemy, well, they don't have many troops. But we are going to fight this on the battle map anyway, just to avoid taking too many losses. So let's jump in and fight this one on the battle map. I think this is like the first proper siege I've done in a lot of episodes. Like, it's been a long time since I've actually attacked a settlement with walls. I've attacked plenty of villages for sure, but I've never really managed to attack a settlement with walls for a very long time, which is really strange. Anyway, we're going to drop all the ladders. We're going to get the ballistas over here, and we will just grab all our men and just line them up over here as well. Because I'm not planning to wait around. We will literally make a breach and then we can run in with the rest of the troops. I've actually got these 2 units of Scorpions here. I have no idea where these came from. So yeah, I guess I can just leave them where they are. And it looks like actually that the enemy is reinforcing from this side, which is pretty interesting. My Scorpions are probably dead because of that. Hopefully this wall will go down quickly though, and it looks like it will. So we're going to start moving forwards the Chosen Swordman and the Chosen Spearband with the Sword Band. We get the Slingers to move up. And I'm pretty sure we can just get these veteran riders to run round to the right side to help out these Scorpions before the enemy gets into the town.
The walls are breached.
Okay, so there's the breach, and we're just going to charge straight through. Okay, so the ballistas can continue to now fire at the enemy missile unit. That's fine. We've got the mercenary horse skirmish is actually attacking the scorpion unit that I have. And I'm pretty sure that scorpion unit is dead, but maybe we can get these other scorpions to help out a little bit. Firing their bolts through a cavalry unit is actually going to do quite a lot of damage, I would suspect. We got our veteran riders here to help out. And the other men are running under the breach. And it's going to be pretty quick that we come in and destroy all of the units that the enemy is using to defend. We got some mob to deal with and an Eastern Spearman unit. Let's stop the ballistas from firing to avoid friendly fire. And we're going to get the veteran riders now to take a unit each and destroy the missile forces of the enemy. Here we go. My cavalry doing their job well. Look at that. We're going to mow them down. Come on, kill them all. You know you want to. Meanwhile over here, the men are just lining up and probably taking free shots from towers. Yes, that is exactly what's happening. But we are killing off a lot of their units, so that's just fine. And let's go ahead and kill this cavalry unit of Pontic Royal Cavalry. And those javelins coming in there. The majority of them going into only a few of the units. That was pretty mental. But here we go. Crushing that unit as well. And they should all be dead pretty quickly. And with that, we win the day. Majority of their reinforcing army is dead. Killed all the garrison forces. Which is going to end it there. 155 losses for us. 743 for the enemy. It was a bit silly of me to lose a scorpion unit, but never mind. I still have the army left to take over the province just fine. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually raise the settlement and take it for ourselves. Okay, and here we can start to build a commons. We can repair Hellenistic city. And we can also create an artisan's lodging because I would like to be able to recruit some forces on the front line. So there we go, another settlement is ours in Caucasia. And I'm pretty sure soon after we'll be able to either attack Armavia or Gabala. But let's move on to our other armies. So the Blaze of Bela II Kadros can continue moving across the seas. And now that I think about it, they should probably continue to head to their original destination, which was going to be up here, where they can help take out the Bithynians. And with this army coming down, the Hunters of Cassidius, we can actually use both of those armies together in order to make more progress through Turkey. I think that would be a really good way to do it. So that's what we're going to do there. Then we're going to upgrade this general of the Noble Stags since he won that battle. So let's give him a household again. Find a suitable one, hopefully. We don't want +2 morale for all units. Have a quick look through these. Not many decent ones. Looks like they've nerfed the plus morale for all units to only +2% rather than +5% like it used to be. But I think -5% morale for all enemy units is better than +2 for all of yours. So I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to make him a warrior. And warriors are good because they thrive off zeal, which allows you to get the abilities to scare the enemy even more. So crushing them around with the household as well will help out a lot. Okay, and then the final army, the spear runners, are going to have to stay in Solica while the settlement sorts out its happiness. Actually, never mind, it might not have to, because that is still +2 without the army actually in the province. Okay, so that's really, really good, because that means I can move on another army now and send him to the front line. So we're going to put him into a forced march stance, and we're going to start heading down towards Siracena, and then he can move down past Samandar and take Gabalar for us. Meanwhile, the army, the noble stags, can hit Armavir, and Trapezos can hit Arsamasata, while the Swords of Power move around and hit Armazia. So that seems like a solid plan. Either way, we can't do anything else this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and click the end turn button. So, like I suspected, the enemy wants their city back at Ptolemus Theron. So they're using all of their depleted armies to try and take it back. Now I have a rather large army here that is really, really strong right now. So I don't think I'm going to have much trouble defending this. So therefore, we're going to go ahead and fight this on the battle map. Okay, so there's the majority of our army. We're going to get all of the weak units out of the way. We're going to get all these scout riders to one side of the battlefield. And meanwhile, we can line the rest up ready to destroy this army right here. It's not a very big army, so we might just run out and kill them all. Probably the best way to do it. We'll get all our slingers together as well on that side. And we'll leave some units in the center just in case the enemy comes from a different direction with one of their reinforcing armies. Okay, so let's get the men to run forwards. And we can destroy them for good. So one unit can attack these men, one unit can attack these men, one unit can attack these men, another unit can attack these men. Then we can get the riders forwards, which is my heroic riders, my general unit. And they can be used to destroy the enemy skirmishing unit. Now over on the right here, we got a reinforcing army coming in of really weak units, so we're just going to run those down with the scout riders. We got another army coming in from the left, which is very depleted, and another reinforcing army, which is just as depleted. Hopefully we can engage these men okay. And then I can get my general to run round and destroy the archers. Those units aren't going to last very long at all. Need to get my chosen swordmen to go after those swordmen of the enemy. Never mind, doesn't look like we're going to need to. We can just destroy all of the units we come across because they are so weak. We need to make sure that we engage all of the missile units though. Not sure who's wavering. Oh, it looks like one of these scout rider units is for some reason. Ah, because they are Ethiopian cavalry. That makes sense. We need to make those route quickly. And let's keep the men charging forwards. And we can continue to engage in these Ethiopian cavalry. Okay, so we're doing well on that side. Now let's kill off these Egyptian archers before they do more damage than they should. It was a bit silly of me to lose one of my Scout Rider units there, but never mind. Over on the left we seem to be dealing with it very well, just with a few units of men. Riders look like they're finished what they're doing. Over on the left side, we've got one of my slinger units skirmishing against straggling units. So we're going to move up my reserve troops to take care of those. Now my riders are actually pretty slow at the moment because they've got fatigue from the frenzied charge. They have nice big shields though, so they should be able to chase for a pretty long time.
Proud sons of Britain!
Right, we're going to move these men out of the settlement now. And we can sandwich their men. They don't seem to be very decisive about what they're doing at the moment, running in all sorts of directions even though they're not even routing. There we go, we seem to be breaking the majority of their men. And with any luck we can break the entire army. So we're going to do just that. We're going to select each one of these units. And we're going to get a rider unit to destroy it. So that's going to work out just fine. That will enable us to destroy their armies completely. Slinger's doing a nice job there of picking up another unit. Over here we've managed to destroy this Levy Spearman unit. So now we're going to go and crush these Sabian Spearmen. And after they're dead,
the general is dead.
We can move on to the swordsman.
The enemy general is dead.
Killing off all of the enemy troops. It looks like my scout riders are finished what I told them to do. Get rid of that last Levy Spearman unit. Then we can think about quitting the battle. So we're going to quit there. Decisive victory. 158 losses for us, 1,231 for the enemy. So that looks like it's three armies of the Blemiers dead. One of them managed to survive. Well, my Scout Riders got a lot of nice XP there, and I didn't actually lose the Britain Scout Rider unit that got routed. So, done well there. Decisive victory. There's only one army left running away.
You are strong and wise, and yet I wonder why you stand aside from this war. I beg you, fight!
Okay, so the Horde of the Steppe want me to join the war against Parthia. I'm not sure where Parthia are on the map, but hell, having one more enemy probably won't make a difference, so I'm just going to accept that for our wonderful allies.
Wisdom and strength. Together in the service of our people we have agreement.
The rebellion strikes again. This time with a similar army to before. we're going to have to auto-resolve this with a balanced stance. But unfortunately, Charmuthas is the enemies once again. And we have lost that to the rebellion. Which is interesting. I don't know what the hell is going on down there. It's really annoying. Adiatorix has died though, one of my awesome druids. So we're going to have to recruit a new one. So let's make sure that we do that quickly. Let's get Agenorix. That'll do nicely. And he can take over from Adiatorix. Okay, so my army was destroyed. My garrison army at Charmuthas. Now, I think the best course of action would be to just hold on to the settlements I have in Nabatea at the moment. Wait for the rebellion to help the public order a bit more. And then I can think about actually going back and taking Charmuthas. Because at the moment, if I just go and attack Charmuthas again with this army, they're going to take Hurrah and so on. It's just going to get annoying. So, let's upgrade my War Maiden. Looks like she has upgraded. Got another rank. And therefore, I can think about giving her a new skill. I'm going to increase her Valor ability. So there we go. That'll do nicely. Now we can move on to this construction report. Thankfully, a lot of the fishing villages have finished this turn. So that'll help out our food quite significantly because that was getting rather low. At Trapezos, we can upgrade it even further. And if we have a look at the other places, maybe we can upgrade the farms even further. No, because we haven't actually got the technology to do so yet. Never mind. So we lost Charmuthas again. That's fine. Nabatea has come about. Penios, the general, has got plus 5% charge bonus for all units and plus 1 zeal. That'll be this guy back in Camla Dunnan. Then we got faction encountered Parthia. Now we get to see where they are. Looks like they are down here, just below Pontus. This is the closest Parthian settlement to me, and it looks like they actually own the entire province of Media Magna. Right, that works fine. Now, this guy wants Wise Man, plus 5% research rate faction-wide, instead of the plus 10% melee attack skill for all units. I'm actually going to replace that because I like to have as much research rate as possible. And that makes things a lot easier, especially when I'm trying to get these land and community laws. At the moment, I actually have 194% research rate. That's really, really good. Okay. So let's have a look at my agents. We have Ambigatos here. He's going to go and assassinate the leader of this army with a concealed blade.
Guide my blade.
Opportune failure. That's annoying. Let's have a look at Penios over here. Not much he's going to be able to do this turn, but I might send him back towards Jerusalem to take care of these Seleucid agents. Then we can get Claudius, stay where he is. Brogia to stay where she is. Brogia to stay where she is. Shall put her onto administration. And Agenorix has just been recruited. The Iron Winds in Harapitna going to have to stay where they are. Consorts of Morrigan going to have to stay where they are. We've got the Woad Warriors in Ptolemais Theron. I'm tempted to move them out to take care of the Warriors of the Sun, or maybe even the Stoneburners, but I think leaving them there is better because then they can just be attacked until the province has sorted out its happiness. Seems like it's already happy enough to leave. But then again, we have to worry about this Axum army on the border. Seems to be a bit of a threat. So we're not going to move the Woad Warriors for now. Braux's Vanquishers seem to have sorted out the happiness in Trapezos now, which will enable us to move on the army to attack another settlement. The Mists of Doom are going to have to stay there ready to take back Charmuthas once the happiness has sorted itself out. We've got the Swords of Power. Have they sorted out their settlement? No, they have not. So that's going to have to wait because I just raised the city of Mosqueta in the last turn. Spear Runners can continue to move down past Siracena, and they can actually cut off Scions of Sinop as they try and outflank me and possibly take Samanda. I think that's what they're looking to try and take off me, which might be annoying if they do succeed. Then we've got the Horns of Camulus. They're recruiting the Slingers this turn. Next turn they can move into Ponte Caspia and start recruiting some chariots. Then they can move down into Thracia and they can recruit some mercenaries. Now it looks like the Odoricians didn't need my help taking Anthea back, so we're going to continue moving our army towards the Bithynians. Now there's a Bithynian army here which has got onto the water, and that could be a threat to attack Malva. So I'm actually going to recruit another general now and start recruiting men into that army as well. And they're going to have to wait for the recruitment of the other army in the province to finish. But I'm just going to queue these up and start to build another army here. That's just in case the first men decide to attack, and then at least I have an elite unit to defend.
How can I assist you?
Okay, so let's have a good look at our options. So I can attack Amasia in one turn,
We cannot do that.
and it's likely that Trapezos would still be happy. Amasia is actually part of the same province, Bithynia et Pontus. So that might actually be a good idea. It's just I don't want an army to come down from Arsamosata and hit Trapezos while I'm not there. That would be rather frustrating.
I live to serve the people of
Now what might be a plan?
Warriors all.
I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to move Abraxas Vanquishers out of Trapezos. I'm going to put the Swords of Power into a forced march stance. They're going to go and occupy themselves in Trapezos to defend it. Now this isn't going to make Caucasia very happy, but the only place that Caucasia can be attacked effectively is Mosqueta at the moment, and that's defended by the Noble Stags. And this way, once the Swords of Power have finished in Trapezos, they can actually go up and hit Arsamosata themselves, which will actually work out very well. Either way, start to head towards Amasia,
We cannot pass here.
and we shall hit that this turn. But unfortunately, not in this episode, because it has been my time. And next time we will hit Amasia, and we will advance into Turkey from the east, whilst also hitting Turkey from the west with the help of the Hunters of Casidus and the Blades of Belatucadros. They're getting very close now to being effective, and this is an entire army of heroic nobles. I don't think they'll stand a chance. I'm really looking forward to using this army, but you're going to have to wait till the next episode. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.